And we are here for another week running of football coverage here for this weekend for Saturday kickoff here on RBC Sports. As we do have two big matches here for this afternoon. But we start things first at the Old Factory Road Stadium. The unbeaten side so far this season, who haven't lost a single game yet this season, and they're currently top of the league and being very consistent, win after win after win under Antonio Conte, the Georgehigton Red Devils. But they take on a side also had a very good season so far, and that is Erik ten Hag's Inter Tolga. And Jimmy, a very big game this is here for this afternoon between these two sides. These two sides had a very, let's say, good season so far in the league. Great form between these two sides here, as we know that for these two teams want to pick up a big win, especially here for Inter Tolga to might even get the result here away from home. Can it be done for Tolga to probably end the unbeaten run of the Red Devils here this afternoon? Well, it can happen. I really think it could happen. Football's a very funny game, a very funny sport. But the Red Devils are a team who have been very good defensively this season. You know, you've got Koulibaly, you've got Upamecano, could Griezmann, could obviously David Beckham, could also as well Mahrez. Could that sort of team break the defence of the Red Devils and stop their defence from defending their attacks of play in the matchup? And that's very difficult to see if that's going to happen or not in this matchup, because the defence has been very good and they're the best defending team in the league. And we know that they're away from home also makes it times harder for Inter Tolga to try and pick up maybe a big positive result maybe here in this matchup this afternoon. But who knows? Football's a funny game. Tolga might end up getting the result here. But unless maybe the Red Devils with their attack and their great defensive team will have definitely the better advantage against Inter Tolga here, who travels away from home to Old Factory Road. So it'll be very tough for Tolga, I think, in this game. I'll guarantee you that there, Gary. And now we get to the main matchup here for the broadcast game here on Old Factory Road, here on RBC Sports. The Georgehigton Red Devils, and they take on against Inter Tolga. And let's get to the coverage right here, right now, at Old Factory Road between these two sides. Let's get straight now into this coverage now of the game at Old Factory Road as the Georgehigton Red Devils versus Inter Tolga. A big match on the cards between the two teams. Especially here for the Georgehigton Red Devils, have got a very strong defence. And could their defence, Roberto Carlos, Koulibaly, Upamecano, could they, and Kimmich as well, stop the attack of obviously Frankie de Jong and the attack of Anton Griezmann in the game, and also David Beckham as well, to stop Tolga from getting anything out of this matchup? That's the question to be asked in this match. But as for the Red Devils, we've got obviously up front Rooney, Mbappe, Dybala, Usain Bolt, also with Kante, Havertz as well be playing, and also Roberto Carlos, Upamecano, Koulibaly, Kimmich and goalkeeper Chris Bailey. As for the other team here, Inter Tolga, Anton Griezmann, Frankie de Jong, David Beckham, Mahrez with Lisandro Martinez, Kovacic, and also Zinchenko, De Ligt, Rio Ferdinand, Dumfries, and goalkeeper had the most clean sheets so far this season, Andre Onana. And let's get this match underway. A real big game this is in the league. Could the Red Devils get another victory again? Back-to-back consecutive consistent wins this season. They've been so good they've been, by the way. I tell you what, lost control of that there, Kimmich. Oh well, throw it here now for Inter Tolga. Now Zinchenko will take it now for Lisandro Martins. Now here's De Ligt. Now here's Mahrez here. Now it's Zinchenko. Crossing the box here, header there from Upamecano. And now here's a chance here for a goal, potentially so. Oh, at the crossbar, very close. By the way, it was offside anyway, so from the flagsman put his flag up for offside. So it'll be a free kick though. I thought it was going to be a chance for a goal there for Griezmann, but unfortunately the flagsman put for a flag for offside. And Mbappe. Zinchenko. And now here's Wayne Rooney. Now De Ligt. David Beckham. Now Kovacic. Kante. Mbappe. Looking for a chance here for a cross. No, he passed there to Kante. Roberto Carlos. Now Pablo Dybala now to Kimmich. Trying to look for a cross maybe for Rooney or Usain Bolt in the box though. Very dangerous strikers up front, by the way. And they've been so dominant this season in terms of their consistency with those strikers up front, stopping no team from beating them. Really been, let's say, very organised their club have been in terms of their form this season. It's been great. Look at the passing they've created right here, right now. Here's Havertz now. Looking for a chance here for a pass there now to Dybala. Kante. Now it's Kovacic now. Now Bolt. Okay, that's going to be a free kick. It's being given. Looks like the referee might have words right there for Mahrez here. Usain Bolt right there got himself a free kick. Nah, it's Roberto Carlos. Hits the wall. Now throw. And now here's to a throw there to Dybala. Kante. Havertz. Now it's Kimmich. And now Lisandro Martinez here. Now Rio Ferdinand. Lisandro Martinez. And now here's to Beckham here now. Beckham now to Griezmann. There's a chance here. Oh, good block. Now Dumfries. Now it's Kovacic right now. A chance for a shot in the post. Goal right there for Griezmann. Hit the post, rebound back. Then Griezmann right there got the last touch on that. And now Inter Tolga are in the lead here at Old Factory Road. Very good goal. Very impressive, I've got to say, right there, to be in the lead in the break almost here for half time. And I've got to say, very good creativity right there for Inter Tolga. Really gave it against the Red Devils' defence. Very hard for a lot of teams to do this season. It's well documented how good they've been this season, the Red Devils' defence this season. But right there was a very good goal just before half time. And it is going to be half time here. And a lot of boos here at the Georgehigton Red Devils Arena here this afternoon. As it ends here, the Red Devils 0, Inter Tolga 1 at half time. We are back here for the second half, and here we go. And 1-0 to, obviously, Tolga in the match. That's very good to see, I've got to say. Brilliant. I've got to say, football has been very good in terms of their form so far. Now, here's David Beckham. Now, Frankie de Jong. Now, all the way to Mbappe. Rooney. Now, Dybala now. On the attack. Shot! Wide. Very good chance there for a goal, nearly so, but yeah, nearly. And that was a good chance right there for them to score, but went wide. It's going to be a goal kick. Nice chance of a Dybala to score, though, the goal. But unfortunately went wide for a goal kick here. Now Anana. Now boots it away. Header. Upamecano. Dumfries. Now it's Kante. Kante now to Rooney. Now Frankie de Jong. Now all the way to Lisandro Martinez. Now Beckham. Now to, obviously, Usain Bolt here now. Now to Rooney. Pass back there to the keeper. Header their way. Now it's Beckham. Now he's Rooney. Now Roberto Carlos. Now a header right there, Rio Ferdinand. Now it's Kovacic. And now it's Anton Griezmann. Dumfries. And now it's N'Golo Kante. Now all the way now for a throw now. Now it's all the way Beckham now. Now it's Kovacic now here the way to Lisandro Martinez. Shevchenko. Now it's Frankie de Jong. Dumfries. And now Frankie de Jong. Looking for another goal here to make it 2 potentially. So here could be a goal here chance. The Red Devils are very wide now because the game's nearly over here. And it could be full time in 1 minute to go. And the Red Devils could lose their first league game of the season. And it is all being confirmed that Inter Tolga went to the Red Devils here at Old Factory Road and got the 3 points. Big 3 points. And they lost their first game of the season as it ends Red Devils 0, Inter Tolga 1. It has finally come to an end this season. The Georgehigton Red Devils' whole season unbeaten run in the league has come to an end as they lost here at home at Old Factory Road by 1-0 against Inter Tolga. And especially with Inter Tolga currently, of course, are in very good form in the league as they're climbing up the table in that top 3 in the league in those Champions League positionings. And they are very close on points to try and overtake the Red Devils at the top of the table. And that was a very brilliant win, I've got to say, there for Tolga. Especially for Erik ten Hag's side to come here and guarantee those 3 points. And also the great clean sheet from Onana to stop Mbappe, Usain Bolt, Havertz, Dybala, that sort of team to score past him here in the matchup. And how do you feel on Inter Tolga's season so far? Even coming here and defeated the Red Devils, a team who are currently the league leaders, have not lost a single game yet so far this season. It was a very good win. It really was, generally, in terms of the result here this afternoon. I've got to say that Tolga's form so far this season has been quite great in terms of Erik ten Hag's second season as manager of this club. Last season they missed out on European football. This season they've transformed themselves into a real, let's say, top team. Very tough to beat at the back. And they've really done that here and performed that against the Georgehigton Red Devils, a team who've been absolutely great this season, the Red Devils, under their new manager, Antonio Conte. You know, win after win after win after win. They might have drawn only a couple of times this season, but have not have lost any games this season. Was very, very massive for them to lose their first game of the season within 15 matches played so far of the season. And they finally got their first league loss. But as of for next week, they do play away from home against their local rivals. The Red Devils will probably like in the next game, Georgehigton City. And probably lose here this game here at home. Might give them the confidence for the Red Devils to try and get back in winning ways again by beating their arch rivals Georgehigton City in their next matchup in the league. As we know that City are very, very poor so far in this campaign. Even set their manager so far this season, Sergio Cancelo. And maybe this might be a confidence swinger for the Red Devils to pick up that win for next week at the Airlines Arena. But as of here from the game this afternoon, very disappointing. Thank you very much there, Jimmy. And let's get now straight to our next coverage here of football coverage. As we do have Patrice Impact, as they are going to host here against Aldass Gunners, the defending champions of the Premier League from last season. And let's get to that game right now between the two sides at the La Soccer Stadium. And we are here for this afternoon for the La Soccer Stadium. It will be Patrice Impact versus Aldass Gunners. We know that the Red Devils lost their game against Inter Tolga. That gives chance for Aldass to break and close the gap on the Red Devils at the top of the league. If they've got any chance for Aldass to go above them at the top of the table, if they somehow win this game here this afternoon, and also win next week as well, to try and get 6 points and try and obviously stop the Red Devils and put the pressure on them to actually drop down to second if they can really pick up a win here right now in this game this afternoon. Lacazette's up front with Cantona, Nicholas Laidana, Tillemans, Malcolm, Remy Lex, Toby Alderweireld, Kaya Conti and goalkeeper Hugo Lloris. As for Aldass, we have up front Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Luis Suarez, Coutinho, Daley Blind, Toni Kroos, Di Maria, with Bardi in defence with Sergio Ramos and also Oliver Kahn. This will be a real epic game it's going to be here right now for Saturday kickoff on RBC. Here we go, let's get straight into it right now for the matchup, and here we go. And Zinedine Zidane, Conte, now Yuri Tillemans, and now here's Remy Lex. Now Malcolm. Now Conte. Now Malcolm. Now Daley Blind. Now Coutinho. And now Conte. And now Zinedine Zidane. Yuri Tillemans. And now Zidane here. Conte. And now Zidane. Now it's Tillemans here. Now Zidane here, now Conte. Now here's the Coutinho now to Aubameyang. Now Conte. Now is Eric Cantona. Now Aubameyang. Now is Yuri Tillemans. Now all the way to Zinedine Zidane. And now Ryan James. Now it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now it's Di Maria here. Now Kroos. And now James has a chance for a header there. Save the keeper. Now Zidane. And that's going to be that here for half time. As it ends, Patrice Impact 0. Aldass Gunners 0. Going into the break here in the 45 minutes of the matchup here for this afternoon. And we are getting straight here for kickoff. And here we go. And now it's Daley Blind. Now it's Coutinho. Now it's Lacazette. Now Toby Alderweireld. And I'll throw it here now to Leon Sago. Now Suarez. Now Kaya. Now it's Conte. Head away. That's going to be now a looks like a free kick. It looks like here now. Yeah, free kick's been given. And now Zidane will take it. Crossing away. Head up. No. Now it's Di Maria now pushing forward here. Coutinho. Now is Sago there, offside. And the referee there put his flag up here on the match. Free kick here for Padres in the match here right now. Conti right there comes off and Dragovic comes on. Now Kaya header there. And now Tillemans. Now Lacazette. And now Zinedine Zidane. Chance for Cantona. Good defending there from Ramos. No goals whatsoever so far near the end of the game, by the way. But here's Sago now pushing forward here for Aldass. Coutinho. Now Suarez. Looking for a chance here. They're trying to get a win here, Aldass, to try and close the gap on the Red Devils to the top of the league. That's what they want to try and do. We are almost halfway through the league season as well, and it'd be good, obviously, Aldass to try and get a result here to put the pressure on the Red Devils. And there's a chance. Gone all the way to Oliver Kahn. Now back there now to obviously Lacazette, slightly now. It's Ramos. Here's Sago now. Now it's Coutinho. Now it's Suarez. Now Yuri Tillemans here. Now to Lacazette. Now it's Ramos. And now here's Zinedine Zidane. Now Tillemans here again. Lacazette. Chance here, or close. This could be a chance for a goal, potentially so here. And now here's Remy Lex. Oh, chance there for Padres, but the whistle blows at full time. No goals at the end of the game. And both teams share a point. Disappointing for Aldass, though, not to close the gap on the Red Devils here this afternoon. But it ends goalless, 0-0 at full time. And no goals scored in the matchup here between Padres Impact and Aldass Gunners. No goals whatsoever between the two sides. And Jimmy, tell us your thoughts on this matchup here. That both sides could not pick up a win out of each other here at the La Soccer Stadium this afternoon. It was a very competitive matchup here this afternoon between Padres Impact and Aldass. No goals scored between both teams in the game, but Aldass Gunners, however, for them, we know that they had a chance to win this game here for this afternoon because we know that the Red Devils lost to Tolga and they could probably close the gap on the Red Devils at the top of the league. But they blew their chances and opportunity to do so here this afternoon, and they dropped points against Padres here away from home. Thank you very much there, Jimmy. And let's get now to the other 8 of the coverage here across the Premier League here on match day 15. And let's start things off between here AFC Richmond as they will play here against Sporting San Lake. And let's get to those matches right now for all the coverage across the league on this match day. What a very good start to the game here for AFC Richmond. It took them a second from kickoff to score the first goal in the matchup as Jamie Tart makes it 1-0 to AFC Richmond. And that was a real incredible start there for AFC Richmond. Probably the fastest goal so far of the Premier League to score straight from kickoff. A good pass there to Pele there to knock the ball to Jamie Tart. And the keeper right there couldn't do nothing about it. And now it is 1-0 to AFC Richmond in the match. And then AFC Richmond got themselves another goal. A shot there hit the post. Clearance away from Sporting. Roy Kent there past to Colin Hughes. Then Colin Hughes hits it. Save right there to the keeper. Pele right there got to that though. And now AFC Richmond are now 2 goals in front. Half an hour in the game. And AFC Richmond right there got themselves a 3rd goal before half time. As Pele right there knocked the ball there. Jamie Tart. As Tart right there was 1v1 to the goalkeeper as he hits it on his laces in that bottom corner. As now Richmond are 3 goals in the game here. And there's no way back now for Sporting San Lake to get back in the matchup. As it looks like here AFC Richmond have been very dominant they've been so far throughout the whole match. And just before half-time, things continue for AFC Richmond. A 4th goal occurred as Sam Masanya placed that ball into the back of the net before the two teams go to the half-time break. as AFC Richmond have been absolutely flying high so far in that first half. And all the fans here at Nelson Road Stadium are so, let's say, thrilled and excited to see Richmond to score 4 goals within that first half of the game. And another goal was scored again here to make it 5 as Connie Hughes hits it right outside of the box. And now it's 5-0 in the matchup here as Sporting St Lake have been very, very poor they've been in terms of their defending so far throughout this afternoon, as AFC Richmond guaranteed that massive major victory over Sporting St Lake as it ends here AFC Richmond 5, Sporting St Lake 0 at full time. It's taken Newport Dragons until half an hour of the game as Frank Campbell placed that ball right into that top corner as Ben Foster could not even save that opportunity right there for that goal to go in to the back of the net, as Newport Dragons are leading the game here by 1-0 as Ben Foster right there was very, very poor right there not to save that shot. But there you go, great goal right there from him, and it is 1-0 to Newport Dragons in the match. And a good pass right there to Speed there to knock the ball there to Pablo Di Canio. As Pablo Di Canio there lost the ball to Mark Noble. Now Scott Hodson right there passed the ball to Frank Campbell. Frank Campbell right there, 1v1 right there to the goalkeeper as he placed that ball into that bottom corner to make it 2. And 2 goals from that exact same player scored the first goal. And he is definitely really playing a good part in the game here to place 2 past the keeper. And the Newport Dragons have won the game here as it ends in Newport Dragons 2, #United 0 at full time. An unbelievable goal right there from Harrison Coombs as he hits it first time from a corner right there, assisted by Robin Van Persie to put Red Bull Tomato in the lead. And what a hit right there for Coombs as the match ended here at the Red Bull Arena as Red Bull Tomato got that big win over Waynord. But only that man right there, Harrison Coombs, done that for Red Bull Tomato to win them the match here this afternoon. A nice cannon press right there from Robert Cliff there. Fanner past to Neymar, then all the way to Haaland. And Haaland there turned, hits it first time and scored past the keeper Jan Olblek. And now Parantos take the lead half an hour in the game as a Norwegian really play a great blinder out of that. As great teamwork right there for Parantos to really pass forward here. And now it's 1-0 in the game here for Parantos in the match. And the last remaining minutes of the game before full time, Parantos guaranteed and made sure they won the matchup over Goldfield as Williams placed that ball in that bottom corner as Parantos scores another goal to make sure that they win the whole matchup here this afternoon, as the match ended here at Goldfield Park Stadium as it ends here Goldfield 0, Parantos 2. Good pass right there from Aaron Moy and not the ball to Abu Bakr, who hits it right there in that top corner. And that's a brilliant hit from here as Hassonfield Terriers take the lead to make it 1-0 against Charford Saturday this afternoon. And Hassonfield Terriers made it 2 as Haterball right there crossed the ball into the box here, into the head of Christian Ferrico as he heads that in past Andre Canas to make it 2-0 in the match. Great pass there from Moy all the way to Haterball, and then Haterball right there made a great assist cross from him all the way to Herrico, and now it is 2-0 and Hassonfield made it 3. Good ball right there all the way to the keeper, place it through, and now Hassonfield Terriers are 3 goals up here at the C Pro Stadium. There's no way back now, definitely here for Charford Saturday, as it's now 3-0 to Hassonfield in the match. And then Hassonfield Terriers just before half time, Haterball tried to cross the ball into the box here, lost control of that there, the defender, went to Abubakar's feet, tapped it in on his feet, and now it's 4-0 here to Hassonfield in the match. Hassonfield Terriers won a free kick in the second half as George Jones hits it, and the keeper right there could not get there in time as George Jones puts Hassonfield Terriers 5 goals up in the matchup here, as Hasenfield Terriers never ever witnessed themselves score 5 goals in a single Premier League match. And Hasenfield Terriers got themselves a 1v1 opportunity right there, as Marega right there really pushed forward here past Hasenfield Terriers' defence, as he had a chance to score and unfortunately didn't. But then, however, Abibakar there won the ball back off the defender of Charlford Saturday and scores his 4th goal in the matchup and 6 goals in a single Premier League game. And Hasenfield Terriers have never ever done that since they've been in this division ever since 2019, as the game ended here at full time at 6-goal margin, as Hasenfield Terriers 6, Charlford Saturday 0 at full time. And definitely now Hasenfield Terriers got the confidence, of course, to go further in this league to try and get away from the relegation drop. And a brilliant pass right there from Robert Firmino, who knocked the ball all the way to Diego Maradona, and he hits it right on his left foot, and the keeper, Martin Dubravka, could not save that one, as now Georgehigton City are 1-0 up just before half-time. And then in the second half of the matchup here, Diego Maradona passed the ball nicely right there, all the way to Pedro, really pushed forward right there, and all he had to do is sweat it right there to Roberto Firmino to tap it into the back of the net to extend the lead here, as the match ended here at full time as well, as City kept that scoreline 2-0 until the 90th minute of the matchup and guaranteed the 3 points, as he won here by 2 goals to 0. And Chesco Blue Tigers got themselves a chance to go 1-0 up in the matchup here, as Sadio Mane passed there nicely there to Luth Mateus, right there to Marco Reus, and he hits it right there past the keeper there of Jasper Silzen, as Chesco Blue Tigers are 1-0 up in the game. And a good pass right there from Luth Mateus there to Marco Reus. He was 1v1 to the goalkeeper, has a shot, the ball went up in the air, and then unfortunately the keeper could not save it as he punched the ball to his own net by accident. And now Chesco Blue Tigers are 2 goals up in the matchup here at Stamford Bridge. A brilliant pass there from Mateus. Hits it right there for a save right there to the keeper. And he heads it into the back of the net now. And it's now 2-0 to Chestergo. And a good pass there from Luth Mateus there to Marco Reus. And back to Luth Mateus again. Has a shot right to that top corner again to make it 3. And a real brilliant hit right there for him to score into the back of the net, the goal. As the match ended here at Stamford Bridge, as Chesco Blue Tigers 3, South Coast Rangers 0 at full time by the end of the match. It took Los Andreas FC to go 1-0 up in the 85th minute of the game by a goal from Ramanel Falcao, because the whole entire matchup this afternoon was very poor and boring between Grasshoppers and Los Andreas, but Falcao is very glad to put that ball past the keeper into the back of the net. And then 2 minutes later, Bray Hamilton passed the ball nicely there to Falcao, to Paul Gascoigne, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic right there had a shot from outside of the box, as the Swedish guard makes it 2-0 in the game. A real brilliant hit right there for Zlatan, and that moves Los Andreas away from the relegation drop as it ends here. Grasshoppers United 0, Los Andreas FC 2, and Grasshoppers are sinking down the relegation zone after losing here by 2-0 this afternoon. The official results here for match day 15 of the Premier League. AFC Richmond 5, Sporting Sand Lake 0, Newport Dragons 2, United 0, Red Bull Tomato 1, Warenor 0, Goldfield Boys United 0, Parantos 2, Hasenfield Terriers 6, Charlford Saturday 0, Iceberg Forest 0, Georgehigton City 2, Chesco Blue Tigers 3, South Coast Rangers 0, Grasshoppers United 0, Los Andreas 2, Aldass Gunners 0, Padres Impact 0, and the Georgehigton Red Devils 0, into Tolga 1. And the official table of the Premier League, as we start at the top of the table, as Georgehigton Red Devils are top and lost 1 game so far in the Premier League season. But as for Aldass, they are currently second with 34, and in third position is Inter Tolga with 33, And also Parentos will be 4th with 32. And then Chesko Blue Tigers and Padres are 5th and 6th outside of the Champions League positions. And also for the Conference League, it will be Waynord with 25 points. And Golford and Georgehigton City and South Coast are outside of the European places in the top half of the table. And the official table, the bottom half of the Premier League, as Sporting Sunlight came 11th in the league with 19 points. In 12th position is Newport Dragons with 18 points. In 13th position is Red Bull Tomato with 17. In 14th position is AFC Richmond with 16. In 15th position is Hassonfield Terriers with 14. And in 16th position is Los Andreas with 13. And Grasshoppers United are currently 17th, only 3 points from the drop with 12 points. And Chartered Saturday is in the relegation playoffs with 9 points. And Iceberg Forest and Hashtag are in the automatic relegation positions in 19th and also 20th of the league. And coming up for next week, for match day 16, we have is the Georgehigton Derby. As Georgehigton City, as they are going to host here against the Georgehigton Red Devils. As that matchup will be live here on RBC Sports. And that's all we have time for here for the coverage here on RBC Sports. With myself here today, Gary Walker, as we'll be returning back for next week for the Georgehigton Derby between the struggling side of the Premier League, Georgehigton City, versus the league leaders who lost their first league game of this season so far from this episode here against Inter Tolga. They play each other all for next week. But until then, from all of us here, have a very good Saturday evening and see you guys for next week. Have a good night, everybody.